Gotta film this video because the other one was destroyed. Everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, hi, my name is Maya, and as you guys know from baby shower planning day 1, I was going to try to film all this week, every single day, and not miss a single video. Now I'm very frustrated because I did vlog all day today, well technically yesterday, and I had pretty good content, and it was pretty much of a boring day, but it was a really long video, and I edited it, and I was really proud of how much work I put into editing it so that it was really good for you guys. And when I went to go save it to my phone, the app decided to delete some of the clips that I had filmed, and they were deleted off of my phone too. So the whole video was all ruined and wonky because it didn't tell me which clips were deleted and all of that kind of stuff. So I am not able to put up the vlog. So to make up for the vlog, I decided to do a Q&A, and I have all of your guys' questions written down right on my little notebook so that I can answer them, because I know that I was going to do a Q&A at some point. I was going to do a get ready with me Q&A, but that is, I guess, a different video that we can do for a different day down the road, more than likely after Greyson is born. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. It is very last minute, but let's just get right on with it. I'm not going to put in the usernames. I'm sorry if you were excited about having your username put in, but that just takes like a super long time to edit all of those in, and I do promise that the next time I do a Q&A, I will put usernames or else little pictures of the questions in when I do have more time. But since I am filming every single day this week, I don't have time to just sit down and edit for a whole day, so I hope you understand that. But let's just get right on to the video so I can stop blabbering. The first question was, do you plan on having another kid close to Greyson's age? So I do get asked a ton if I do plan to have more kids after Greyson, or if I'm just going to stop having kids at all and just have Greyson. And my answer to that is yes, I do want more kids after I have Greyson, and Alan does want another baby too after Greyson. But for right now, we are just sticking with Greyson. We are not thinking about having another baby after Greyson for a while. We won't have another baby until we are financially stable to support Greyson, ourselves, living on our own, and being able to support having another new baby in the house and being able to pay for everything. So until we are financially stable to have another baby, we aren't going to try to have another baby. Now obviously, if we are in the predicament like we are in now, that's just the case. That's what's gonna happen. We'll obviously figure stuff out, but I will be on birth control after Greyson is born, so hopefully I don't get pregnant again, because we are not definitely financially stable to have another baby. We are not even really financially stable to have Greyson, but we are trying our best and doing the best that we possibly can. But to answer your question, yes, I do plan to have more kids. I would like to have another baby around when Greyson is 2, because he's kind of gonna know, he's gonna know better and everything like that, and know more stuff. But we won't know if we're going to have another baby until we're financially stable. So when the time comes, I will definitely let you guys know when we start planning on all of that. The next question is, what made you pick Greyson as your son's name? So a lot of people do ask me where I got the name Greyson from. And a lot of people do actually spell his name wrong. His name is spelled Greyson, and everybody spells it with an A. Understandable. I guess there is a lot of people, well, some people do spell Greyson with an A. I personally never have met somebody named Greyson. How I got his name was before I even got pregnant, like months before I got pregnant. I did watch teen pregnancy or teen moms on YouTube. I just thought they were really interesting in their YouTube channels were really interesting, so I watched them. And one of them that I watched, her YouTube channel is called Dear Greyson. Her name is Alex, and she's also obviously a teen mom. And she had a son, and her son's name is Greyson, and I fell in love with that name. The second that I heard it, it like went onto my heart, and I loved that name. So I always knew that I wanted to have a little boy named Greyson at some point. So when I did get pregnant, I told Alan that I wanted the little boy, if we had a little boy, that I wanted his name to be Greyson, and he absolutely fell in love with the name as well. There was never a time throughout my pregnancy where Alan was like, I don't really like the name Greyson, do you think we could change it? Like, he loved the name, and I was really glad because I did fall in love with the name. Now, throughout my pregnancy, especially the last couple of months, I actually did think about changing Grayson's middle name, but I decided not to, for the main reason of that if we have things that people made for us for the baby shower with Grayson's middle name, then it would obviously not be right to change it because people already made things for him with his name on it. Plus, I have things that I have made for him with his middle name already as James, but I was thinking about changing Grayson's middle name to Alan to represent his father. So if we do have another little boy, let's rest assured that hopefully his middle name will be Alan and go with his first name, whatever that first name possibly will be. But that's basically the story behind how I picked Grayson's name. The question is, are you scared to give birth? And my answer to that is no, I'm not scared to give birth. So when you are pregnant, a lot of the time you are normally in the beginning of your pregnancy, you will freak out and stuff, because obviously, especially if you're a teen mom like me, you are going to stress out and freak out a lot because this was just something that happened. You weren't planning this, you aren't ready for a baby. But as the months go on, the more planning you do and the more you prepare yourself. So over the last couple of months, I definitely have prepared myself to know what every possible outcome could happen for birth. And I know that making a birth plan is not something I'm going to do because personally my whole birth plan is probably just going to go right out the window and something could happen. And obviously anything can happen during birth. You can't really control what happens during your birth. But so far for my birth, I'm having him naturally unless something goes wrong. And I will be on pain medicine as long as I possibly can go without the epidural. But knowing me and my pain tolerance, I'm probably going to have an epidural. But let's hope and pray maybe I won't have to have an epidural because I heard that it hurts your back after you get it. So we never know. So the next question is, what do I want his first words to be? So I haven't not really thought about his first words ever, but I guess if I wanted his first word, if I could choose what his first words could be, I want him to either be mama, dada, or nana or grandma. I don't know. The biggest people in Grayson's life so far, or like supporters in Grayson's life, has been his two grandparents and then me and Alan, obviously. I'm not saying that there's not other supporters, but the pretty big main ones have been my mom, Alan, and me. So those are like the top ones. So if anything comes out of Grayson's mouth for the first time, I'd love it to be grandma, nana, or mama or dada. So yeah, but Grayson's obviously going to decide what he wants to say first, and I will be shocked when he says his first words. Next question is, what is my favorite color? And my favorite color is either very fluorescent, dark purple, not super duper dark, but semi-dark, but it's got to be super bright and I like it, or navy blue. I fell in love with navy blue after I figured out Grayson's theme, and now I'm in love with navy blue. Or just for like a basic color / shade, light gray. So the next question is, what advice would you give to other teen moms who are struggling? So if I could give any advice to anybody out there who is a teen parent who is struggling and just wants some advice from other teen parents, my main advice to you is to keep going and to keep working hard, because in the end it will all pay out and your child will notice how hard you worked at some point in their life. Obviously in their teen years, you're probably going to hear, I hate you, mom, at some point. I've already know that I'm going to prepare for that, but soon enough throughout their life, they're going to look back and realize how much you did for them and how hard you worked and what struggles you went through. So just keep working hard and try not to show your emotions too much to your kids. Like if you are having a really stressful day, just try to keep a smile on your face for your kids, because them seeing you happy is going to make them happy and less stressed out, but them seeing you stressed out is going to put that on them, and they're going to feel kind of like a weight on their shoulders. I have definitely kind of like coped myself. I'm trying to get my mental health up right now, so I know how it feels to be struggling, because I have been struggling with my mental health lately with just anxiety and stuff, so I am trying to get better for when my son comes. But definitely just keep working hard. It will work out, and you are an amazing mom no matter what. Even if you do have bad days and you are struggling, you're still an amazing mom, because you carried your baby, you gave birth to your baby, and you're doing so much for your baby. I promise you are still a good mom no matter what. If you were to have another baby, what would you name it, girl and boy? So if we were to have another baby and it was a girl, we would obviously name her Coraline, because we had already picked a girl name, so Coraline would be her name. And for boy, I'm not really sure what we would pick. We haven't really like talked about that or anything, but I'm pretty sure that since I picked Grayson's name, I would kind of leave that up to Alan, just to kind of like be fair to him to pick a name. But I'm pretty sure he would love to pick a boy name, because Grayson's his little boy and his little man, and boy does Alan love his little man. The next question is, do I plan to get married? So I get asked this question a lot, if I plan to marry Alan, or if Alan's going to propose to me anytime soon, and all of that kind of stuff. And I did tell you guys on my Musical.ly that Alan has been hiding something from me lately, and said that he has a surprise for me for the baby shower, but I have no idea what it is, guys. I still don't. He won't tell me. I don't know if it's still gonna happen. I don't know any of that. But if Alan were to propose to me, I would of course say yes, and I would love to marry him one day. I cannot wait for the day that he gets down on one knee and does propose to me, because he has changed my life so much, and I'm so thankful that I have him, and I honestly couldn't imagine my life without him. And of course, I'm not just saying this because we're having a baby together. I do truly love him, and he's changed my life so much. If I didn't want to be with him, I would not stay with him just for the sake of Greyson. We obviously would not be together if we weren't happy with each other. We would make things work out as just friends in raising Greyson. We obviously wouldn't put ourselves through that, but he has shown me that he does truly love me, and I definitely think that I found my soulmate. But I do hope one day that I am going to marry him, so only time can tell what is going to happen. The next question, since it's going to be a short answer, I'll just add it into this clip. And the question is, do I have a New York accent? And no, I do not have a New York accent. I do not live in New York City. I've never lived in New York City. I've been to New York City once in my life, and I was there for not even a full day. And I just gotta say this right now, I don't really think New York City is a place that I'd want to live, because it's super duper busy and I just cannot handle it. I have social anxiety, so probably being in New York City around all those people, I'd probably end up having an anxiety attack right there in the middle of Times Square. So no, I do not have a New York accent, to answer your question. So the next question is, what was Alan's exact words after he found out that you were pregnant? So basically the story of how I found out I was pregnant, I do have a full-length video on it. It probably was a really old video though, so maybe I'll update it, maybe I won't, don't know yet. But basically, Alan knew that I was going down to my local dollar store to go buy a pregnancy test, because he even started to notice that I was not acting myself and that I was kind of like changing. He noticed that I was more tired and I just wasn't acting myself, so I decided to go get a pregnancy test because, one, my period was late, and two, that is super duper concerning to me because it's never late. It's either early or right on time, so I knew something was wrong. So he did know that day I was going to get a pregnancy test, and So when I took the test, he was going to call me when I took the test, but I don't know what he was doing. He was probably helping his grandfather with something at the time, because he was living with his grandfather at that time. But when I did go to look at it, that's when he called, and he could basically just tell by the look on my face that I was pregnant, because I did have a shocked face. Now, I wasn't completely like surprised or anything, just because I kind of like mentally prepared myself, like I'm probably pregnant because of how I'm feeling. But basically, Alan was just like, wow, like we can do this. He was just super duper supportive, which is really good, because I don't know how I would have reacted if he just like hung up on me or something. Probably would have been more shocked and like upset and a wreck. But he was very, very supportive, and he's still very supportive. Even though we have our bad days, he loves his son to death, and I could not be happier about that. I'm running out of air in my lungs. The next question is, was your parents mad at first? So when I did tell my mom at first that I was pregnant, yes, she was very mad and very upset and disappointed, but of course that's going to come out of any parent who just found out that their teenage girl or teenage daughter is pregnant. So you just have to let it run its course. And I honestly, for the life of me, thought my mom was never going to forgive me and she was always going to hate me. But she did come around probably a couple of weeks later. She did realize that it's not really worth being mad about for the rest of my life and showing it and having my daughter stressed out about it, because I am super duper close with my mom, and she knows that how she was feeling was putting stress on me, and which was not good for Greyson. So she kind of lightened up and was like, okay, we can do this. I still might not like the fact of it, but I'm not going to be completely mad at you for the rest of my life. So just let it run its course. And yes, my parents were mad at first. Next question is, what kind of job do you want to have in the future? Or what is my dream job, I guess you could say. So my dream job, like my big dream job, is to work for do cosmetology, with working on hair and doing like prom hair and makeup and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go to college and do that right now, because I would have to go to a BOCES class, which I don't want to do since I have Greyson right now. I don't want to go away from home and leave him to a babysitter right now especially, but later down the road I would love to go to college to get my cosmetology degree and stuff like that. But for right now, I am going to be doing online college at home for early childhood development, which means that I would be able to work for daycares and preschools and stuff like that, and I'd be working with kids, which is great because I will have some upper hand with taking care of Greyson, so I will know all of the basic skills of taking care of a baby. So I guess you could say my two dream jobs are working with children and cosmetology. Next question is, do you have any siblings? I do not have any siblings unless you count my dog, because he has a big huge baby. But I don't have any siblings. Alan has 3 siblings. He has 2 brothers and 1 sister. Yeah. The next question is, did you mean to have a baby? No, me and Alan were not trying for a baby. I definitely was not trying to get pregnant at 17. I was very, very surprised and shook when I found out that I was pregnant. But obviously me and Alan wanted to wait until at least I was over the age of 18 to have a baby, but I guess God had other plans for us. The next question is, are your parents supportive? My parents are very supportive, and Alan's parents are very supportive, which is very good because things would be so much more stressful if neither one of our parents were supportive and there for us, because I do know that having the support has helped a lot with my pregnancy and my stress levels. So I'm very thankful that they are both very, very supportive. So the next question is, how long did you know Alan before you started to date? Now, I'm pretty sure I posted a video explaining me and Alan's relationship and everything, but I might delete that later on and remake it, because I feel like it was kind of like all over the place. So I kind of want to do a better version of it where it is more set in stone for you guys, so it's not kind of like confusing and everything. But basically, me and Alan have known each other for a couple of years, but we never like actually talked to each other. We were mutual friends on Facebook, which if you don't know what that means, it means that we were just friends on Facebook, but we never talked. We just basically added each other and never spoke a word to each other. I did know his ex-girlfriend, and I was like semi-friends with her. Like, I wasn't the type, like, we weren't the type of friends where we would text every day, we would hang out all the time. We weren't those types of friends, but we were like mutual friends, I guess you could say, where we hung out like once in a blue moon or talked every once in a while. But me and Alan talked with each other for probably like 2.5 days. And we would talk day and night from the moment we woke up to the moment we hit the bed. We would text back and forth. If he had to go to work, he would text me on breaks or every second that he had. And then on the third day, we ended up saying that we should just date because we were at this point starting to say I love you and stuff, and we both knew we liked each other, and it was just a matter of time before one of us was just like, just forget it, let's just date. Like, why are we just staying like friends? So me and him kind of like skipped over the friend phase and went right to the dating phase, which now in a couple of days, on the 15th of this month, it will be our 11th month, and the next month will be our 1 year, which I cannot believe how fast time has gone by. The next question is, how many tattoos do I want to get? So for right now, I want to get a total of 3 tattoos, but my first tattoo that I am going to get is for Greyson, and basically I'm going to be getting his name and his footprints on my right arm. My dad will be doing my tattoo, and he's going to be doing Alan's tattoo for Greyson as well. That was kind of like, I guess you could say, our baby shower gift from my dad, kind of like. And he's doing it for free, which is really great because my dad has been doing tattoos for a while, so yeah. But after that, I do want to get a meaningful tattoo that is meaningful to me, which is going to be a heart with a semicolon on the side, and then it leads down to an anchor, which is also Greyson's theme. I just liked it with the anchor on it. And then there is wording on the sides that says, "She is a soldier in the war against herself." And it's really meaningful to me because with anxiety, you basically are fighting yourself in your mind, voices in your head and stuff like that. So it's a meaningful quote to me, and it has been for a really long time. So I definitely wanted to get it tattooed right on my left arm. And then the last tattoo that I'm planning to get is one with Alan, and we are going to be hopefully getting our song lyrics to our song that we have for each other, which, if you don't know, our song is "In Case You Didn't Know" by Brett Young. I think that is his name. And basically all we're going to do is get half of the lyrics, like not the entire song, but the main chorus, "In Case You Didn't Know." Half of it will go on my arm with the date we started to date in Roman numerals, and then his arm will have the other with the Roman numerals of the day we started to date. So, and obviously we won't get that one for a while. I'm more focused on getting the one for Greyson and the meaningful one to me. And plus, I don't want to get a tattoo with Alan right now. Obviously, I don't think we're going to break up, but give it a couple of years before I get a tattoo with him. So, yeah. The next question is, will you still do YouTube will you still do Musical.ly / YouTube after you have Greyson? Yes, I will definitely be doing YouTube and Musical.ly after I do have Greyson. I'll probably have Greyson in more YouTube videos since my YouTube is a teen mom YouTube channel. I do want to vlog and record Greyson's life and him growing up and everything as much as possible, and obviously doing Musical.ly is going to be kind of hard with a newborn, and obviously doing YouTube would be a little bit easier because I can have my phone on a tripod, but for Musical.ly you kind of have to like move your phone and stuff. So Greyson will be on both, but probably YouTube more because my YouTube channel is mostly for him. So yeah, and the very last question that I'm going to be answering today is, did you have a special gender reveal? So we were going to have a gender reveal party, but everybody just kind of started guessing the gender because Aylin kind of like threw a hint out that we were having a boy on accident, which didn't really seem like a hint at the time, but everybody just kind of started to figure it out. So we just decided to announce it to everybody when we did know. Now for Aylin's mom, we did do a special gender reveal. I made a gender reveal box of the color balloon in it, and it's a boy balloon inside, and they opened it, and we went over the day that we actually found out that I was having a boy. So the same day as my ultrasound, they found out as well. So I was super excited and they were all excited, but basically the only special part about our gender reveal was for his mom. Everybody else just basically found out through social media because we posted it all over that. So yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. It was last minute. I hope you guys understand why I had to end up doing this instead of a vlog, but I promise tomorrow's video will be a vlog if my app does not delete stuff again. Cross our fingers that it is not, but I love you guys so much, and I'm trying hard this week to do daily vlogs for you guys up until the baby shower, and next week good videos and good content is going to come out. Good videos that I have planned are coming up, so make sure you have that post notifications on and you are subscribed if you want to get notified for my videos. So yeah, also follow me on all of my social media, especially on Instagram, Musical.ly, Snapchat. All of those will be down in the description below, but I do post when I'm uploading a new video on pretty much all of them. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I think I've said that already, but I will see you guys all in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.